Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. They gave leadership to our foreparents, and that leadership made them slaves. But we have decided to find a leadership of our own.
Not your average nigga, I'm a god out the hood. They can't downplay me. I came up, I'm elevated. I ain't gotta say too much for them to know I'm coming for what's mine. You know they see me in my presence, say they see how I'm coming. Young, but you not just gonna finesse me like you did my peoples. Then back when you said they was emancipated. This ain't that. Your head too big. You feeling yourself. The game wasn't fair. You had the advantage. We wasn't educated. I don't look at you people the same. Nah. Your worst nightmare, my skin tone about them chains. Yeah. Not no circus lion, son, I can't be tamed. You gon' have to kill me, pussy. Toby ain't my name. Y'all still want us think our history started when we were slaves? What? Come on now, talk about them pyramids we made. I was chosen by that man. You know y'all just been running game. The nerve of you acting like I ain't teach you how to bathe. Hold up. You fooled me time and time again. You got me a few times. The tables turned now. I know I'm about to win. I'm good. I'm back now. Oh, you know this time would come. Oh, yes, you did. You know it. Oh, nobody ever gets away. This ain't back in the day, like you know. Granny used to see you act like she done seen a ghost. No, we not buddies, it's just business, I just need a quote. I'm good on that. They can't run the game and call the shots when we the ghosts. I know killers and drug dealers, they all with us. Hit me up like, look, I ain't perfect, I just won't walk with this way. Flush the brick down the toilet after we talked with them. Then nobody want them, we took them cause we saw God in them. I know you prayed for me, home from the tree, and you cried. Wasn't for nothing. Through the day, got you, I promise. The night. Word bomb. Yeah. Made the money, put the money back in my economy. My brother, he don't talk a lot, he busy buying property. Hell yeah, it's personal, but that's the way it's gotta be. I got plenty critics, but I'm focused, they don't bother me. Back down, ain't no back down. Y'all take one, we take 10, man, y'all know how we come. It ain't no hoe in us, no, we ain't running. The death on my square is the death that I want. Yeah, I'm talking subliminal. Compared to what we about to do, what we did was minimal. The more we work, the more our competition look invisible. My money good, mama, they wanna make me a criminal, yeah. Y'all keep on asking, I'm like, what I need permission for? Can't cut me out, I need that, I'm kicking down the door. I'm plugged wherever I got blood ties around the globe. They wanna see me on my knees, but I can't never go. You fooled me time and time again. I was temporary, yeah. The tables turned now, I know I'm about to win. It's our time, my time. You know it, you know it. Oh, you know this time would come, oh yes you did. You know. Oh, nobody ever gets away. If
you are not prepared to do it, then you will die. So we see and have changes every day. So pray, work, be steadfast, and be not dismayed. Because as the Jew is held together by his religion, the white race is by the assumption and the unwritten law of superiority. The Mongolian by the precious tie of blood. Likewise, the black man must unite in one grand racial hierarchy. Our union must know no clime, no nationality.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all let me know if I'm clear out there. You know, I be having technical problems. The government be messing with my microphone. Now, but seriously, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay out there. I want to make sure everything is good. while we get into this. What's going on, Armason? How you doing? How you doing? And everybody else out there, how y'all doing? I thank y'all for coming through on this Friday night. Thank y'all for coming through. Hopefully, excuse me. Hopefully we can have a good conversation tonight. We're gonna discuss also the type separation versus segregation and Blackout Friday, which I heard about Blackout Friday today. On Friday, I hope the Blackout Friday and everything is good. I do. I just didn't know about it till today. I'm glad they did it. That's going to take us as a people to understand. Let me know. Let me know about now. Let me know about now. Am I any better now? Because you know, if that's what it takes for our people to get in this movement of boycotting, you know, they call it boycott. I want to see a lifestyle change, but you know, I don't want to just see us saying we're not going to support major change and say we're going to stay local with local owned small business. Nope, I want us to shut down those small businesses that's in our neighborhood where we live that's not black owned. We need to control the economy in our neighborhood. We do. Nobody else. We should be controlling our economy. Because we can't go to Chinatown and open up businesses and get support from the Chinese. We can't go up the street, down the block, around the corner from Chinatown and open up and sell their stuff, sell their culture back to them. They won't come support it. We can't go into areas where there's a lot of Latinos here. We call it a Mexico certain spot, right? You go there, everything there is 90% of the businesses over there is Latino owned. But when we come into our community, in our neighborhood, where we lay out here, where we go to speak, where we go hang out at, and we tell people, we say, this is our block. I run this block, right? Even though we say we're running the block, someone else is owning the business. So I'm glad they decided to do a Blackout Friday. I'm glad that's what they decided. But we need to make this lifestyle change, and we need to be blocked out every day. And I know there's going to be some things where you have to go to other people to get necessities. And even when you start controlling your own economy in your own neighborhoods where you lay your head, you'll still end up doing business with other people. But we're in a position where our money should be touching our hands 10 times before it leaves our neighborhood. But we need to figure out a way to start with, make it touch 3 times. You go to the barbershop, that barbershop should have a black, that barber that cut your hair, one should be black. But we should have a black business where he want to go get his wings from lunch. And that person should have something black where they can go shop to. And that's what we need to be doing. It's hard to do at times, simply because sometimes what people might consider inconvenience, because you have to travel to spend your money. And we have to get to a point where traveling to spend your money is not a problem when we're traveling to spend it with us, because we will travel to spend it with other people. You can't do anything, we can't do anything in this country, in this society, in this world, unless we just want to go live in the woods and be like the Jawawas right there. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Over there on that island in India. There's nothing you can do in this society, no society, without money. So if we're spending our money with us, right? So then we can create jobs for us, right? So then there's things we can do, the things that we want to do. Do the things not want to do. We have to do the things that we need to do. Your needs should always outweigh your wants. What's going on, War Drum? Your needs should always outweigh your wants. So we do the things that we need to do. You have a job. I don't want to see nobody laid off from their job, because while you're working, that's the time we can put money together. We can put money together, our money together, and we can own things. And that's what we should be working toward as a group of people. Individually, you and your family, y'all gonna have things that you're working on, right? But as a group, we should have things that we're working on as a people. So I'm thanking everybody. I don't know if did anybody in the chat do the Blackout Friday? Did anybody in the chat do the Blackout Friday? Like I said, I learned about it today, and if you can ask me if I did the Blackout Friday, the answer to that question is gonna be yeah. But did anybody do the Blackout Friday? And I know you would ask me, how can I say I did the Blackout Friday? And I said I didn't hear about it until today, on Friday. I can do the Blackout Friday because this is the lifestyle that I've chose to live. Anybody want to do the Blackout Saturday? Anybody want to do the Blackout Sunday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Anybody want to do the Blackout the next 5 months? Anybody want to do that? Because I want you to understand, we have targets on our back. 20% of government workers, right? 20% of government workers were African American. Now, I don't know, I couldn't find the stats to see how many of those people were. I don't know how, I couldn't find the stats to see how many of those people was Black, was African American, was American African, whatever. I mean, we call ourselves so much things. I'm just gonna say African Americans. That's what I can say I am, right? I didn't look to see how many was, but we need those jobs. And War Drum say he don't think it'll do anything because it's just one day. I heard it's the whole plan that they have. So I'm gonna have to find that whole plan. It's one day, then gonna be 1 week, then it's gonna be. This is like all of America, I think, coming together. So I'm gonna say this to my African American brothers and sisters, to my African tether brother and sister. Ain't none of them in the chat. I ain't even got to call them no tether. They here. I like to see it when they get mess with them. If you can come together with the rest of the world to boycott for them, why don't we come together for ourselves and boycott for us? Because the one thing that I always say, right, to the people who talk about reparations, right? If you're getting reparations, you're asking for reparations, rather. If you're getting you're asking for reparations. Excuse me. If you're asking for reparations, these big companies is going to have to be, these big billionaire companies is going to have to pay money for you to get reparations. So if you're trying to get reparations, instead of us doing stuff to try and change them, we're going to have to change ourselves. Who have more than one pair of Nike? One pair of Adidas? One pair of Pumas? I'm calling out these name brands that everybody know. Now I'm going to ask you, how many can you wear at a time? Who's constantly shopping for them? And those are some of the things. Who have a whole lot of Levi's? I know we need pants. And what I'm saying, and while I'm here and I'm talking, I don't want anyone to think that I'm judging. I'm just saying, sometimes to get the things that you want, it's going to be a tough road if we don't change our habits. We have to change our habits in which the way we deal with these people. Then your Blackout Friday can come a Blackout month. Then your Blackout month can come up Blackout 2 months, a Blackout 3 months. Then by the time the third month roll around, you know what has happened? We've gotten used to it now. We've gotten used to it. See, I respect the Montgomery bus boycott. But in that process, see, we have more money than our ancestors had during the civil rights movement, right? So in that process, we should have been trying to put money together and get our own bus. So now that boycott can last forever because we can pick our people up. So in this process, on the Blackout Friday, and you're blocking out all the major companies. You're blocking out the Walmarts, the Targets. You're not shopping with Nike. You're not getting Adidas. You're not getting into that. So when you want clothes, are we willing to go online and shop with Millie Merck? Or when you want shoes, are you willing to go online and shop with Nagad? See, there's a thing that we have to do. You understand? We have to keep it going. Can't just be one day, then stop, then go back tomorrow, and everything you didn't spend today, you're going to spend tomorrow with them. It's a long, hard, difficult road. But we are long, hard, and we can handle the difficulties, even though I don't want us to have to live there because we can handle this. But we shouldn't want to have to just keep surviving, handling the bullshit that they're shoveling us. We should want to try and live. So when we doing these blackouts or whatever, and we are rolling with other people, let's say now we're going to roll for ourselves. Let's say we're not going to go to Hun Jin Yan and get that chicken fried rice or rat fried rice or cat fried rice, whatever kind of fried rice it is. Let's say we're not going to go to Lucy Lou and get your nails done. We're going to go to Shaquita and get her nails done. And by the way, if anybody in this chat in Atlanta, you can go look on mine, go to some of my videos and my shorts. I'll find it, and you can see where I highlighted a black-owned nail salon here in the Cobb County area. But these are the things that we need to be doing. We need to be working on getting a piece of land so we can feed ourselves. We need to be working on some land so we can have our own gun ranges so we can go do the training that we want to do. So we can train without other people knowing that we're trained. Right? So when Black Wolf Brigade step out here, when Black Wolf, we step out here, everybody know we for real. We training, we in shape, and we know what we're doing. So we need our own land to do these things. So let's turn that Blackout Friday that we did today into something bigger and start putting dollars together. $20 here, $10, $5, $1, 50 cents, whatever you can afford. Let's start putting that together and getting our own thing. Try to reach out to some of the Black farmers so we can grocery shop. You go on my channel once again, you can look at some of my lives and you can see why I did a Black Business Sunday, and you can see why I highlighted Black farmers where you can get, they don't do chicken yet, but you can get your beef and your pork and your lamb and your goat from them, and they'll send it to you. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we need to be working toward as a people, as a group of people, so we can have pride. So we can have pride in who we are. I don't even know where those Arabs and East Indians live. They come into your neighborhood in China, and the Asian people, or they come into your neighborhood, get your money, and take their money back to wherever they live. But their kids don't go to school with our kids, do they? They're going to school somewhere, but they're not going to school with our kids. But they got our money. They got our money, then don't want to deal with us in no way, shape, or form. These are some of the things that we need to be working on. These are some of the things that we need to be having real serious meetings about. So I've been asking people for a very long time to boycott. I call it a lifestyle change. But I've been asking people for a very long time to boycott. And I'm glad somebody was able to get our people to boycott. I'm glad that they said, you know what, this will work. If it took the government, even though, and I ain't trying to laugh, so forgive me, I guess I was, even though for me, sometimes that mentality, it's gonna take some evil or some white man that you think extremely evil to make you wanna come together. And that I think that mentality is kind of messed up. And don't get it twisted. I've said the same thing before. 2016, I said if Trump win, America gonna learn, means that Black people in America gonna learn that this country don't love us. So I'm not casting stone. I'm not throwing stones at nobody. I'm just saying what I see and saying what I hear. You got the evil white man in now, so he gonna make you come together. He gonna get you right. He gonna make Black people do right. Did y'all see the movie Django? People kept saying it. I finally wishing, but anyway, it was the part where Samuel Jackson, when Django had to shoot out and they caught him and he was hanging up that side down. Stephen, what his name was? Stephen. He went in there and told Django they're gonna send him to the LeQuint Dickey Mining Company. You're gonna work all day. You're gonna get your hammer and beat big rocks and turn them into little rocks. That's what you're gonna do all day. And they don't take no back talk either. They can get you right. They know how to cut your tongue, but you won't bleed out either because you're good at it. But basically, I say that's the Stephen from Django mindset. They gonna send him, this Black man, want to see the other Black man go to LeQuint Dickey Mining Company because those white people know how to get him in order. Instead of us saying, you know what, it doesn't make a difference who's in charge. If there's things that we have to do for ourselves. See, we love to say do for self, and we should be. We should be. There's things that we should do for self. There's things, even from your job, you take your money from your job and you use it to do for self. You use it to build. But to say you need some evil bigot to do certain things to you to make you get in order, I call that something like it. That's almost like slave mentality. We need the white man to be beating us with the whip. We need the white man to slap us side our head. We need the evil white man to treat us real bad, because when they treat us real bad, we'll come together. If they too nice, we'll get comfortable. That's the word on the street. That ain't me saying that. I'm just saying what the YouTube streets and the real streets are saying. That's not me saying it. So now that the evil white man is in charge, who ready to put some money together to get our own gun range? Who ready to put some money together so we can go train? Not saying we don't have one, because you can check out the National African American Gun Association, NAAGA, National African American Gun Association. But we need more than them. We need to be everywhere. We need more than that. And if we could work with them and somehow put the money together, and they already have some established, and help them spread out and help them get more ranges and more places that we could train, bam, I'm down for that. So I'm going to ask a question. What's the purpose of the Blackout Friday for black people? Because this was America doing. What's the purpose of the Blackout Friday for us? What's the purpose of it? While y'all think about that answer, I have to go to a commercial break. Thank y'all for tuning in on this Funky Friday. Separation versus segregation, and a Blackout Friday. This is BB and the Black Business Network, and you are now rocking with your host, your brother Bakari. I thank y'all for tuning in. Back to the live show. Now, I'm asking, what was the purpose of it? I understand we're standing up to tyranny. We're standing up to someone who has let you know that he wants to destroy you. Said it before he won. I understand we're standing up to a regime that want to destroy you. Because trust me, government jobs put a lot of black people into middle class. Government jobs helped a lot of black people be able to buy houses, take care of family, send their kids to school. And he's cutting those government jobs out. See, anytime something happens, if America got a cold, we got pneumonia. Or we might have what I had, flu-monia. The flu and pneumonia at the same time. I call it flu-monia. That's what we have. So when he's firing people from these government jobs and people walking around like they're walking on eggshells, he's taken away from our people. A lot of them. Let me go to the chat here. War Drum said them Indians be living in the hotels and motels they be renting. Okay. Go down here. Matron says, exactly. One day leads up to pent up demand. A lifestyle change will speak volume. We can direct our dollars to the businesses and causes we want to support. Bam. So I'm trying to reach out to the people that did the one-day blackout and ask y'all, do y'all want to boycott until that boycott become a lifestyle change? So as y'all come in this room, I forgot to tell you, as y'all come in, wipe your feet, smash the like button, smash the damn like button, and share the damn show. Share the live. So I'm asking anybody who did the blackout, who's not on here, are y'all ready to do that boycott and put our money where it belongs? With us in our hands as a people. Come through with the economic plan. We can stop arguing. We can stop doing it. Because I'm going to tell you, the only thing that this country ever wanted integrated truly was our dollars with theirs. They didn't want their dollars to integrate with ours. So we should want our dollars to stay separate. We demand respect by respecting ourselves. Once again, this Blackout Friday was good. This Blackout Friday was a good thing for people that did the Blackout Friday. It was a good thing. It was a good thing. Give y'all a hand. Give us get an even bigger hand once we say, you know what, we're gonna do a lifestyle change. I got a homeboy that can that can cook Chinese food. We can open up the black-owned Chinese spot, the black-owned Mexican spot. Everything can just be black on black on black. But I do appreciate that. If anybody want to come up and speak, let me know. I'll put the link in the chat. Once I learn how to invite people again. So now I'm gonna do a couple of screen shares. We about to move into the next topic: separation versus segregation. This is a Funky Friday. Before we move to the next topic, y'all know how we do on Funky Friday. Do anybody have any song? Do anybody have any song that they want to hear tonight? This is a Funky Friday. Before we move to the next topic, do anybody have anything that they want to hear? The DJ will. The DJ will be more than glad to play it for you. First, we're going to start with the Republican politician talking about how what they're planning with. And I think this was said in July of 2024, doing it on the when they were on the campaign trail. A MAGA politician, because I think MAGA and Republican is different.
This is what he said on the House floor back in July or September of last year.
Every year, of course, I am lobbied by people who want the government, therefore, to take up an even greater role in their children's life, be it daycare, be it preschool, be it after-school programs, whatever. They clearly want the children raised by the government. So I hope the press corps picks up on this, and I hope Republican and Democrat leadership put together some sort of plan for January in which we work our way back to where America was in the 1960s.
I'm sure I don't.
I want us
Picks
to
up
hear
on
that
this,
again.
and I hope Republican and Democrat leadership put together some sort of plan for January in which we work our way back to where America was in the 1960s.
I wanted to play that. That's going to be the perfect segue into separation versus segregation. I'm going to find that for you right now. Dead press bigger than hip hop. But did y'all hear what he said? I'm having technical difficulties. Still, the DJ have offered to play. And right now, there's nothing coming. Give me 1 second. Let me fix that.
Disconnected.
So while we go through this, me trying to fix this technical difficulty, I'm going to pull up. Did you all see the last screen share? Did y'all see the last one and hear what was said? I want to know if you've seen it and heard it. Because if not, I'm going to have to run it again. And I will run it again, and that is no problem. But right now, I'm having technical difficulties, and I'm trying to fix it. This has come from the Queen Armada. In the 1960s, we didn't have rights. They were siccing dogs on us, pouring acid in pools so that we couldn't enjoy them. We were banned from their library. What does it mean back to the 60s? You know what? When they say back to the 60s, I automatically say that's what they believe. Do you all remember on the campaign trail when the lunatic in office said he wanted to go back to some law? And I can't even remember what it was, but he wanted to go back to some law from the 1790s. You all remember that? got to play this from.
Bluetooth connected.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2
Is that what you're talking about?
I got you. It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. One thing about music, when it hit, you feel no pain. White folks that controls your brain. I know better than that. That's game, man. We ready for that. 2 soldiers head of the pack. Matter of fact, who got the gat and where my army at? Rather attack and not react. Back to beats, it don't reflect on how many records get sold on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Whether your project's put on hold in the real world. These just people with ideas. They just like me and you when the smoke and cameras disappear again. The real world is bigger than all these fake ass records. Wait, folks got the millions and my woman's disrespected. If you check 1 2, my word of advice to you is just relax. Just do what you got to do. If that don't work, then kick the facts. If you a fighter, rider, bada, flame igniter, crowd exciter, or you wanna just get high, then just say it. But then if you a lie, pants on fire, wolf cry, agent with a Y, I'm gonna know it when I play it. It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Who shot Biggie Smalls? If we don't get them, they gon' get us all. I'm down for running up on them crackers in they city hall. We ride for y'all, all my dogs, stay real. Nigga, don't think these record deals gon' feed your season, pay your bills because they not. MCs get a little bit of love and think they hot. Talking about how much money they got. Nigga, all y'all records sound the same. I'm sick of that fake thug R&B rap scenario all day on the radio. Same scenes in the video, monotonous material. Y'all don't hear me though. These record labels slang our tapes like dope. You could be next in line and sign and still be writing rhymes and rope. You would rather have a Lexus or justice, a dream or some substance, a beamer, a necklace or freedom. Still nigga like me don't play a hate, I just stay awake. It's real hip hop and it don't stop till we get the popo off the block. They call it hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's bigger than hip hop. Hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. DP's got that crazy shit. She keep it crunk up, John Blaze and shit. What? DP's got that crazy shit. She keep it crunk up, John Blaze and shit. What do they wanna do? DP's got that crazy shit. She keep it crunk up, John Blaze and shit. 1 2 1 2. DP's got that crazy shit. She keep it crunk up, John Blaze and shit. DP's got that crazy shit. She keep it crunk up. They call it fake records.
Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was War Drum Selection, bigger than hip hop by Dead Prez. That's how we do on the Funky Friday with a commercial break. And once again, thank y'all for tuning in to BBN Black Business Network. And I'm your host, the Brother Bakar, on this Funky Friday. And this one is called Seperation versus Segregation and Black and Friday Blackout. I'm gonna go to my screen share. I know you already know what this is. but we're gonna do a screen share. And we got a couple of them we're gonna do. And we're gonna read them. Y'all can see that, correct? This is separation versus segregation. I'm for separation. I'm not for segregation. 'Cause I want to read what they say it is. Because it's the same. We have the same definition of it, right? So segregation and separation is differences. While separation, while separation simply means setting things apart, segregation implies a forced or unjust division of people based on factors like race, ethnicity, or social class, often with the intention of creating inequality and discrimination. Essentially, segregation is a negative form of separation, where the separation is actively enforced to disadvantage a specific group. Key points to remember: neutral versus negative. Separation is a neutral term, while segregation carries a negative connotation due to its association with discriminatory practice. Voluntary versus forced. Separation can be voluntarily, like people choosing to live in neighborhoods with similar cultural backgrounds, while segregation is usually enforced by laws, policy, or social norms. Context matters. Depending on the context, separation might be used to describe a necessary division, like separating genders in a bathroom, while segregation always refers to an unjust separation based on protected characteristics. Now we're gonna go to, okay, because we're talking about this, 'cause I've heard some people say, even say Jim Crow was good for us. So I'm gonna go up here and we're gonna look and see what Jim Crow was as well. Jim Crow was a derogatory term for African Americans in the name of a system of racial segregation in the United States. The term came from a fictional minstrel character who was treated with disdain. How Jim Crow laws worked. Jim Crow laws mandated segregation in schools, parks, libraries, and more. Whites only and colored signs were used to enforce racial segregation. Black people were often denied the right to vote through literacy tests and other racially motivated criteria, such as violence. That's the one I put in there. I don't know why they left it out. Property owners signed restrictive covenants that barred African Americans from many neighborhoods. History of Jim Crow laws. Jim Crow laws were in effect from the 1890s until the 1960s. The last time the Jim Crow laws were generally overturned, in 1965, the Supreme Court established the doctrine of separate but equal in Plessy versus Ferguson in 1896. The Supreme Court ruled in civil rights cases in 1883 that the Civil Rights Act of 1875 was unconstitutional. Impact of Jim Crow laws. Jim Crow laws restricted social contact between whites and other groups and limited the freedom and opportunity of black people. They say people of color. I say black people. I say African American. Now, with what's going on right now, and our matron asked, what did she would like to know what he mean by the 1960s. And what I say he meant by the 1960s would be Jim Crow. 21st century Jim Crow. That's what I think he meant by going back to the 1960s. Now, I'm all for separation. I'm not for them segregating us, telling us we can't get in this pool, we can't go to this public pool, we can't go to this public place. I don't want nobody telling us what we can. We don't need to be together. And if they have to force us to be together, it wouldn't work. Being together, living amongst one another, taking care of your neighborhood, taking care of where you live, your community. We're the trash people. There you go. So we're the trash people in our community. We're cutting the lawns. No one else is in. We're doing all of this. Then it is something that we want to do. So then it will work. Now, all of this is my opinion, right? But I believe that if it's forced, like what they're trying to do, force, it will not work because there's still too many of us that don't want to be around us. There's still too many of us that only see one another as the N-word. Now, the ones that want to be separate and want to live together, their neighborhoods and our neighborhoods will flourish. Our neighborhoods will be good because we want to be there. And we don't want nobody coming through tearing up our communities. We want to be amongst one another. We want our children and our grandchildren to go outside and play with one another. We want our kids to know that they're great. They're just great. Not that I have to prove to white people I'm great. You're just great. You're smart. You don't have to go over here to prove to them that you're smart. We told you you're smart. So in that what separation would be. But segregation, and like that guy said, he want to go back to the 1960s. That's their plan that they're working on. And by the way, their plan was from Project 2025, where everybody was telling me Project 2025 was not real, even though I read it. Now you see it playing out right in front of your face. You kept telling me I'm using fear tactics, but now you're seeing it playing right out in front of your face. So now, what do you all prefer? I got you, War Drum. I agree. So, but what do you prefer? And you know what? They wouldn't want to be there. And you're right, they are traitors. They would sell us out in a heartbeat to be next to them. They don't care about us. You got the FPAs, the ADOs of the world, the Aboriginal, Indigenous, Niji, whatever they, I don't even, what does Niji mean, by the way? They the Aboriginal, Indigenous, Niji. Or they don't say they Aboriginal, they say they Aborigine. What's an I don't know, because I'm getting off topic. But, so, what do you all think would benefit us? I think separation, us separating on our own. First, we have to separate mentally. Who have separated mentally already? So now once there's a mental separation, once there's a mental separation, then come the physical separation. Well, before you got the mental separation, right? So then we're gonna have to have the economic separation. Economic separation can come before the physical separation because of where we live. Because of where we live and how we live now. Stop giving other people our money. See, when we say we want to serve, here's the thing. We say it, so then people call us. We have allowed people to label us as racists and bigots and so on and so forth. Everybody else just do it. They just do it, and there's no problem. There's no problem with them doing it. They just do it. They like Nike. They just do it. And there's no problem with them just doing it. But us talking about it, it's a problem. And we haven't done it yet. We talk about it so we can motivate people to want to do it. We talk about it so we help people understand why it's a necessity. There's plenty of reasons we talk about it. Because once we talk about it, showing what's a necessity, we can also show the businesses and the things that we can control. And we can touch on things. And when I talk about it, I like to touch on things that a lot of people leave out. Like us owning a trash company and us getting our own trash, us keeping our own streets clean. Then we putting our money together. Now we getting our own landfill. We don't even have to take our trash to them. I can take my trash to whatever our matron or wardrobe want to name their landfill. These are the things that we talk about, and this is why we talk about it. Who's mentally prepared for it? Who's getting economically prepared for it? And who's ready and who's physically ready for it? Mental, economic, and physical. We can't just, we have to be mentally, we have to be, this is something, in our honesty, in my opinion, this is something we have to be prepared for. Like I've been telling people, prepare for what's coming, what's here now and what's to come. The zombie apocalypse is here. And when I say zombie apocalypse, I ain't talking about no dead people getting out their grave, walking around trying to eat your brain. Or just trying to eat you. What's going on now is the zombie apocalypse. It's upon us. Who's ready to separate? Mentally, economically, physically. Economically mean this is where these two topics go together. Economically is going to mean we're going to have to do more than a one-day blackout. We're going to have to make it a lifestyle change so we can create businesses and create jobs with livable wages for our people. Our kids should be able to say, my first job was with a black person, someone like me. That's what the child should be saying. Someone I look like. So there's a lot of reasons that we need to separate. Then that way we won't look at other people as being great, as being on top of the world. We can look at ourselves as being great. And being on top of the world. Our matron says we have to do work. We have to do the work of separation. It starts in the home. We are ashamed about doing anything that is for our economic benefit. We are not supposed to benefit ourselves, in their opinion. You are correct. Hey, and in a lot of our opinion. Have you noticed, now that you said that, because you said in their opinion, and you're correct, I agree. But have you noticed when we go to talking about what black people need to do and how we need to do things, it's a lot of black people who want to bring up the rest of the world and say, what about people? What about all people? We can't even talk about doing anything for ourselves amongst one another. So they want to bring the 1960s back. Let's give it to them. Let us give it to them. They don't give us nothing. They don't dictate nothing to us. Let us give them that. They say that's what they want. We say that's what we want. So when are we going to start working toward it? It's easy to say. I keep telling folks, man, that lifestyle can be hard. That lifestyle can be hard. Are you willing to drive 20 miles past this store to get to one of our stores? This lifestyle can be hard. Or are we still going to constantly search for convenience in an inconvenient society for us? This society has been completely inconvenient to us. So are we still searching for convenience in this society, or are we trying to create our own convenience? And once again, I thank y'all for tuning in to BBN, Black Business Network. And this is your host, your brother Bakari. And this is a Funky Friday. The title of Separation versus Segregation. And a Blackout Friday. And as you come in the room, wipe your damn feet, smash the damn like button, share the damn live. I surely would appreciate that. But on that note, if don't nobody have anything to say, I'm going to get off here. I thank you all for joining me on this Friday night. And I want y'all to remember, be black, buy black, think black, love black. Everything else will take care of itself. Peace and one love.